Hi everyone, welcome to Lee's Comic Art channel. I've got one package to open today. I believe this is Heritage Wins, Texas. So yeah, I've had this actually for about a week. And it's just been sitting there, so I figured I'd open it up. I remember one of the winnings, and I can't remember what the other winning is. So we'll see what it is. So I'll be just as surprised as you guys, because I can't remember what I've been on. And it takes a few weeks for them to send it out. So by then, I've moved on as far as watching other auctions. Or there's other things on my mind. So I really sometimes don't remember what I purchased, which is, I guess, kind of sad. But it's all part of our obsessive hobby, I guess, So, let's see what we got going here. So one of these I know is a Scooby-Doo piece. And it's from an artist that I don't have anything on. Somebody I don't even know if they ever worked for DC. June Brigman, which I kind of want to say did work on Power Pack. And it's not necessarily a comic art page. Oh, it looks like comic art. It's a coloring book page. So I've got, I think, a couple of those in my collection. And it all depends upon what they are. The characters, usually, if I like them. So because this was Scooby-Doo, I figured, why not? I've got a... Actually, it's funny. As far as covers are concerned, I have the most covers of any characters I have is Scooby-Doo. For whatever reason. Just stuff that I found, and I've always kind of had like always been a fan of Scooby-Doo since I was a kid. Used to watch the show. It's funny, I don't have any cells though, because I do have some cells in my collection, but I don't have any Scooby-Doo cells. And I never see them put up for sale. Maybe it's just because I don't watch that closely. So I'm sure they're available. And if they weren't crazy expensive, then I would probably buy one if given a chance. Sorry about that. I'm going to cancel this phone call that shows up on my computer. So, best way to open this. It's a good thing I had a few things to talk about here while I'm spending all this time to open up this package, huh? I get so many sales calls that I never even answer my phone anymore. And a lot of them are really jerky. People trying to buy our property and stuff because they know we live in Altadena. And I just don't answer them, but my wife is extremely rude to them. Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. Okay, cool. So, what's funny is that I'm forgetting one of these characters' names. So I just talked about the coloring book, and that's what I'm opening right now. The pages, like I said, by I believe June Brigman. I can confirm that if it even tells me on here. Yep, June Brigman and Roy Richardson. Okay. So I don't have art. This is the first art I have by either one of them. I'm not familiar with Roy Richardson, but I do like to have a little bit of art from like a lot of different artists. So if you go to my calf, you'll see I have a lot of artist names up there, and I always like to have a sample from everybody. So here we go. So it's 2 pages, and both pages feature Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and I think that's Daphne, right? Daphne, and then even Scrappy-Doo. So and they're signed by both artists, which is pretty cool. So inexpensive piece, kind of neat, well done, looks good. So I'm happy with this. like, you know, like I said, my lower tier wants are satisfied by that. And then, so the second piece, it would have been better, obviously, if it had some like kind of a like villain on there, or some kind of monster or something, because that's what I always associate with Scooby Doo, like you know, you meddling kids, like the janitor that, you know, wore a mask and crap to scare the kids away for whatever reason. And I like the association with. I'm also like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I like to, you know, the fact that they called them the Scooby Gang and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay, so also I'm a big Warren fan as far as the Warren horror comics. This doesn't really show any horror on it at all, but it is from Creepy. What it is, it's from around the period in when I was reading Creepy. Let's see what it says here. So the overlay's just got some sound effects on there. So it's got like a baseball theme to it, which is kind of cool. So it's Carmine Infantino and Dick Giordano. So two of my favorites from Creepy number 93. This is just really well done, like wash page. It's got this old time baseball guy on here, and it's got sort of like a robot. So I don't specifically remember this issue, but I'm sure I've read this because it's right along that period. I'd have to look up issue number 93, but I want to say it's like good chance that it's late 70s, probably like 78, 79 or something like that. But it's a really well done page. Just nothing really horrifying about it. You know what I mean? I'd have to look up who the writer was on this though too. It's funny that I forgot this because, like I said, it's a really nice page, and again, a really great price. So I'm a Mets fan, so I'm kind of a fan of baseball, bigger football fan, but definitely like a, you know, just a nice looking page, a vintage page. Like what's this, like nearly 50 years old at this point. And for the price I got it, it's, you know, I really can't complain. It's like $262. I'm like, no complaints here. And for two like great creators. So yeah, those are my wins from Heritage. Hope you enjoyed the show. I look forward to your comments. And also, I want to throw out here, anybody going to OAX, I got all my stuff set up, and I'm not adverse to sharing a room with somebody. So I already set up a room for Friday night and Saturday night. If anybody wants to save some money, you know, and only pay, like, I think it's roughly about $500 for the 2 nights. So if they want to split that with me, I'd be happy, because more money for me to spend on art. Okay? So take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show.